This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, all. Am I audible? Use the chat box and you type as yes if I'm audible. Okay. Do you have any doubts regarding for the last class? Do you have any queries? Okay. So I hope that you all understood that content. So last class we discussed about as of methodology. Could you tell me how many phases are there here? What is full form of as of methodology? Good, Kritika. So what is the full form of ASAP? May I know what is full form of ASAP? You can type your answer in chat box. Okay, good, Padmasri. Accelerated SAP. Good. So there are 5 phases. So accelerated SAP, as I said here, 5 phases. So which are those 5 phases? What is the first phase? What is the second phase? What is the third phase, fourth phase, and fifth phase? No idea. Good. Padmasri is saying that project preparation, then next business blueprint, realization, and final preparation, go live. So the first one, project preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, then go live. Now, which team is working for project preparation? One is going to be organize that entire project. Good. PMO. What does it stand for PMO? Could you abbreviate it? Project Management Organization. Good. Then how many teams are working for project preparation? And which are those? It's very simple. Project team. Project team collect all types of information, gathering all types of information as per client's demands. Okay, then what about business blueprint? Which team is going to work for business blueprint? What exactly has been done in the PBP? Mhm. Financial consultant, no. Okay, I'll give one more clue for this. Which team will study this gap analysis? Which team that would study for gap analysis?
Core team.
Core team. Good. Core team. Yes. So core team studies that gap analysis. And how do you define the gap analysis in general term? What is gap analysis in SAP for the implementation? Differences in SAP and other solution. Okay, you are right, but we can call it as legacy system, which means that old system. Okay, now what about in realization? Okay, in which phase the testing is going to be conducted? Is it in project preparation or business blueprint or realization or final preparation? Which phase or which phase is going to be applicable for testing? Configuration is done by the security team. Okay, so realization, is that correct? Security team is conducting security team is going to take care of that entire server. Okay, not configuration. So basis team again. Okay, my question was, which team is taking care of the testing and which phase is going to be applicable for this? As they said, realization. Is it project team, is it the core team, or is it the security team? So which team is taking care of that integration testing and quality assurance server? The team is called as testing team. Good. Okay, then what is golden client? Could you define what is golden client? What is golden client? Production system is called as golden client. Good. Okay, then once all the configuration testing is done, and if every uh, most of all configuration if done, testing is done, if everything is done, if that ready for production, that will move for some other services. Correct, right? So using some of the tool, or what is the name of the tool for uploading master data for the production client or golden client? What is the name of the tool which are used to upload the master data into SAP system once testing is done, once configuration is done? So if system is okay, if that's certified, Then which tool, with the help of which tool the data, master data is going to be uploaded to the SAP system or golden client? The tool is called as LSMW. Good. So what is the full form of LSMW? Legacy system migration workbench. Good. Fine. Okay. So now what is the golden client, sorry, client number for development server? If I have a development server, then what would be the golden, sorry, client number? Suppose if I'm working for quality assurance server, then what is a golden, sorry, client number? Then if I'm working for production server, then what is a client number? Could you tell me what is a client number? So someone says that 100. Okay. What about for QAS? Production is 800. Okay. This would be 800. Then development, that would be 100. Then quality assurance is 200. Good. Fine. What is system landscape? System landscape in SAP. What is system landscape? Yes. The arrangement of the server, development server, quality assurance server, and production server is called as system landscape. Good. Okay, so now we come to our main point, is enterprise structure. So in the organization, enterprise structure, the first we have client, So below that we have a company according to SAP. So next we have company code. Then next we have business area. Next we have credit control area. Between company to company code, we used to get credit control area. So this is all about enterprise structure. Okay, so already we spoke about client. So depends upon the client, no, server, development server, then production server, quality assurance server. So this is going to be changed. What is that? Client number. So this, that's why which we considered as most highest organizational unit is client number. Okay, and next we have a company. So company, to define this company, company is again is an, this is one of the organizational highest organizational unit, and for which individual financial statements can be drawn up according to the relevant commercial law is called as company. This is what definition. A company can consist of one or more company codes. All company codes within a company must use the same transaction chart of account and the same fiscal year breakdown. So this company code currencies can be different. I hope, I think you have not understood anything. So now we'll try to define what is company, like Tata Groups. Tata Groups is one of the example for company. And here again I'm taking Tata Motors. Tata Motors is example for company code. And next I'm taking one more, Tata Automobiles, then TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. These are the few example which are going to be represent as company and company code. So this is for company, and this would be company code. Clear? The group of company, or the group of company codes according to SAP, the group of company code that would makes company. So that's why company highest organizational unit for individual financial statements can be drawn up according to the relevant commercial law, and a company can consist more than one company code. So all company codes within a company must use the same transaction chart of account and same fiscal year. A company code currency can be different. So it might be this one. This might be used INR. Okay, this might be using some, US dollar. Okay, let it be take INR only, but we will take here US dollar. Correct, right? The company code currencies can be different. But very important thing is, when we talk about company, a company has one local currency. So that must use one local currency, and which its transaction figures are recorded in in the company. So that's why we have to use one local currency. For example, Tata Groups, basically it is an Indian based company, then it is INR. Okay, but when we talk about Microsoft, then it is US dollar. So like that. Okay, this is all about company. And next, when we have a company code, okay, what about company code? Company code, again, it is the highest organizational unit of financial accounting, for which complete self-contained set of accounts can be drawn up for purpose of external reporting purpose. Suppose if I have a financial statements for Tata Motors, Tata Automobiles, TCS, any company code you considered. So there will be a financial statements. So that self-contained set of accounts can be drawn up for purpose, external reporting purpose. Okay, suppose if company wants any loan from the bank, then they used to ask financial accounting statements. So this includes recording of all the relevant transactions and generating all supporting documents required for the financial statements, where in the company code, not in the company. Okay, this process of external reporting involves recording of all the relevant transactions and generating all supporting documents for financial statements such as balance sheet, profit and loss account statements. Clear? Understood? The definition for company: highest organizational unit for which individual financial statements can be drawn up according to the relevant commercial law. A company can consist of one or more company codes. All company codes within a company must use the same transaction chart of account COA and the same fiscal year. Fiscal year is nothing but financial year. The company code currencies can be different. So that already I said here. Then important thing is a company has one local currency in which its transactions figures are recorded or updated. This is all about company. So in this example, I have taken Tata Groups and it requires one local currency. So based on the nation, it is our currency symbol is INR, Indian rupees. Next we have company code. Again, this is also one of the highest organizational unit of financial accounting for which complete self-contained set of accounts can be drawn up for purpose of external reporting. So this includes recording of all relevant transactions, and generating all supporting documents for financial statements. The process of external reporting involves recording all relevant transactions and generating all supporting documents for financial statements such as balance sheet and profit and loss account, profit statements. Do you have any doubts regarding for these two? One is company, one is company code. So I've defined what is company code. You ask me if you have any doubts before I conducting the practical one. No doubts? Okay. So next we'll try to understand what is business area. So business area, this is also one of the organizational unit of the financial accounting that represents, it is a separate area of operations and responsibilities within an organization, and which value changes recorded in the financial accounting can be allocated. When you create a financial statement for business area, suppose if I wanted to create a financial statement for business area, so SAP does supports for this also, but which is not used for external reporting purpose. So which is used only for internal purpose, internal reporting purpose. So you can use these statements for various internal reporting purpose, whichever you created the financial statements for separate area or operations or responsibility within an organization. So this is how business area is going to be working. It is an organizational unit of financial accounting that represents a separate area of operations or responsibilities within an organization, and to which value changes recorded in financial statements, financial accounting can be allocated. Important thing is you can create financial statement for business areas, and you can use these statements for various internal reporting purpose. So now in this example, we'll try to implement this in SAP. So company is, when you create a company in SAP, you must use only 6 digits number, not more than 6 digits number. Whenever you create in SAP, the company maximum length, that will take only 6 digits, not more than 6 digits. So according to this criteria, I am taking that TAMT 10. It means TAMT 10. This is our company. Next, company code. When you create a company code in SAP, that would restrict you for 6 digits. Okay, in this case, I'm taking MT10. So MT10 is company code. Okay, next again, I'm taking business area. Again, I'm naming that as, for naming convention, MT10. But in real time, that would be different. Okay, but you have to use, I'm repeating the same names everywhere, like company code, business area. Okay, but in real time, that would be in different manner. So that 4 digits will be different, 6 digits will be different, business area max to max 4 digits. So that also in different name. But for your naming convention, and instead of searching your names while recording the data, so I have taken that and I have considered that as a unique name. Okay, so only for understanding purpose. Once if you understood, then easily you can deploy any type of name whatever you want. So now let's try to do this, how it has to be configured in SAP for creating company code and business area. And one has to be created, like as I said, uh, SAP SD consultant, consultant, FICO consultant. We have so many functional consultants are there, but which consultant has to be create the company code and organizational units. So main responsibility to create all enterprise structure is FICO consultant. So FICO consultant has to take the responsibility for creating company code or any enterprise structure. Okay, so consultant or SD consultant and PP consultant, any other consultant, so he won't interrupt. Okay, so if company wants to create in SAP, then main responsible is FICO consultant. So FICO consultant has to take the responsibility and he has to create and he has to maintain the documentation for what is company parameters and all. I hope everything is cleared. Do you have any doubts before I conducting the practical? So use the chat box and you type. Okay, so we can create a company. We can create company code in two manner. One is following the menu path, or we can sometimes we can create by by entering the transactional code. So first we'll try to understand only the menu path. Okay, and finally that I would tell you one more time. So using transaction code, then how we can create company or any other parameter. The same whatever I'm conducting here, the same thing we can do it by referring the transaction code. Okay, so now as of now I'll be following that menu path. Okay, so to create a company, I have to start from SAP Easy Access. So this is the main no main screen. You have to start from here onwards, and you have to enter SPRO. Then you have to click reference IMG, SAP reference IMG. Then go to enterprise structure, open the main menu. Then in that we have definitions. Open this definitions. Next again, open financial accounting statements. Financial accounting. And here you could able to see define company. Okay, so click on this IMG activity button to open define company option. And see which screen I am in. I am in IMG implementation guide. If already created a company, then what you have to do is click the position button and enter the company code. For example, MT10. So I'm entering that MT10, but it's not taking. Okay, but it's not been created. Again, take TAMT10. Press enter key. It's not coming. So it's not there. Company is not there. Okay, then if I wanted to have a, or if I wanted to create a company, then this position button is not helping for that. So it is only to search if already exist companies available. So then what you have to do is you have to click new entries. Once again, follow this, start from the IMG, then enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, then you have to click define company, but do not double click on this define company name. Okay, rather than clicking on this, then just you click on this IMG activity button. Okay, then that option that would open, then you click new entries. So what is the maximum length of the company? How much character I can able to use
6 digits.
for creating company? Good, it is to be the 6 digits. As I said, TAMT10. So I have 6 digits. Even if you try to type, it's not taking because it's playing music. So saying that not taking. Next, here I'm taking. So Tata groups 10. And you can define some other name also, no problem. So take the street, then post box, then postal code, then city. And important thing is whenever you click here, it's you are not getting any pop-up button. But when you click for country, and you could able to see some pop-up button is nothing but it's a drop down list. Okay, so there is some drop down list or some of the options are there. So what you do is just you click pop-up button and select India, but searching India it's too difficult in this list. Okay, we have around 236 entries we have. Okay, but among the list 236, finding that India it's difficult. So what you do is press Ctrl F and you type India, press enter key and say that it is a simple manner. Just double click here, that would update in this pop-up area. I hope everyone is understood this. And next again we have a language key. Suppose I don't know what is a language key for this company, then you click here and make ensure that what are the languages for entries we have in this list. Then what you do is press Ctrl F for always finding this string. We are using Ctrl F and you type EN, press enter key, then select English. So EN is a standard one. Next, as I explained you, what is one local currency is required. So Tata Group's local currency is INR. But if I don't know about the currency parameter, again you click the pop-up button and press Ctrl F and you type INR, press enter key, make ensure is that coming or applicable or not. Double click, that is to be selected. So this is very important. So next to that, one more important is there. I think yesterday in the last class I explained about transport request number. Could you tell me what is transport request number? What is the use of that transport request number? Even I've shown you that practically also. Why transport request number is using? Yes, good. So to move configuration from one system to another system, one server to another server. Okay, but how do I create a transport request number? Whenever you create a company or whenever you create any changes in the table header, then uh, transport request number system itself is going to be generated. So I'm creating this. Just if you click save button, now let's see. So this is your transport request number. So the existing transport request number, see this, we have 74. Last two number 74 is there. Sir, I wanted to create our own transport request number. So these are all already existing one, which means system is already created one. See this. When you click the pop-up button, which will have so many transport request number here. Okay, but how do I create a new transport request number for TAMT10? So now there is an option called as create request. If you click this button and just enter name, do not type any number. So this is asking for short description. So short description is TAMT10. Then configuration, FICO configuration. In bracket, I am taking that as MCC college. So close the bracket. If you don't like this, remove all this. For my reference, just I'm clicking this save button and see this last two number, is that updated or not? Earlier it was 74, now suddenly it's changed into 86. Okay, last two number. I hope everyone has noticed it, noticed this. And finally, what you do is you click check mark to continue to enter. And did you notice in the status bar? What is the status bar? Data was saved. Okay, in the presentation layer, clearly I said that it is going to be displayed the processed data in the presentation layer. So the presentation layer is this is going to be shown what is processed, what is not processed, what is the error messages, all that would come in presentation layer. I hope everyone is clear this. So use the chat box and you type as yes if understood, or else one more time I will take and I will show you how to create a company.
Understood, sir.
Good. Now how do I come back? So to come back from this, you can press back arrow button, again back arrow. Okay, so now company is created. Sir, I wanted to open company TAMT Tata Group's company. I wanted to change some address, etc. How can I change? How can I edit? So what you would do is follow the same menu path: IMG, enterprise structure, then definition, financial accounting, then define company. Just you click on this, then take the position, but do not click new entries. Okay, new entries for creating a new company. So I'm taking position area and you type TAMT10, press enter key. So that comes in this first list. Okay, so when you click this empty button, so that would select that entire data. Okay, if you don't want to select, just you click the same button, so select and deselect. So I don't want to select anything, just you double click here, then only one thing is locked: the company 6 digits number gets locked, but other than that most of the data fields are enabled to change the data. So TAMT 10 what and all you have entered, this is completely locked. That means you cannot able to change. So apart from that, you have some other particular fields whichever you wanted to or would you like to change, so that you change it. For example, for it is fourth block, so it is 50. So something you change and you click save, so data was saved. But for this time, this is not taken any new transport request number. Why? Because the master data or table headers already created. So using that one, just I have modified this one. So that's why it's not uh, created any transport request number. Clear? Okay, then sir, now I wanted to create a company code. Okay, so to create a company code, again come back. So close all the things. Again, you start from the IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting. There is a option called as edit, copy, delete, check company code. Okay, the third option in this financial accounting. Then you click IMG activity button. Sir, here we have two options. Which one is supposed to be used now to create a company? So if you are copying company code from one company to another company, then the first option is going to be usable. But we are not copying the data from one company to another company. We are creating new one. Okay, so you double click on edit company code data for creating a new company code. Double click, then you click new entries, then company code MT is 10, then display name can take Tata Motors, then city, this to be Bangalore, then country, type IN, currency INR, language English. We have only 6 line items, but if I wanted to enter telephone number or country details or fax details, so where should I enter? So there is an option called as address details. So directly you can click this one, you can enter the data, or else, sir, I don't want to enter, I wanted to save directly. When you click save button, now see the screen what is going to be offered. So you cannot able to skip that entering the data, entering the address data. So it is mandatory to enter this information. Okay, so I'm taking this Tata Motors 10. Then how do you search the term TAMT? Sorry, MT10, MT10. Then house number something like 150, first main road, postal code. So select. Important fields are country and regions. Okay, you even you can leave this as blank, no problem. But country and regions are mandatory fields. So here I'm taking India, and region is 10. 10 means it is a Karnataka. Sir, I don't know. I wanted to see that list. Then you what you do is click the pop-up button and select Karnataka. That would update as 10. So this 10. So whenever you have free time, update with post box address, communication details, so on so on. So uh, in this screen, just I'm clicking on this copy, means enter the check mark button. Now is asking, would you like to save this data or information for any other transport request number? So whatever I'm configuring here, that is to be triggered for 86 only. So it means MT10 MCC college. Make ensure whenever you are saving some of the important data, that is to be the same transport request number. So that would help for basis consultant or what I can say security team for moving all set of configuration from one server to another server. So this is our transport request number, which is already created. Then you press enter. So now this one is created. So I created company and I created company code. Then again, come back, come back, close this. Sir, if I wanted to see if that already created or created that company, I wanted to know some of the parameters. Then you follow the same menu path, IMG, definition, financial account, sorry, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, then edit, copy, delete, check company code. So same menu path, follow the same menu path, then double click on edit company code data and open position and enter company code. So that means MT10, press enter key, then double click here. When you double click, make ensure what is the name you have provided, the 4 digits number is completely locked, that you can't, that you should be altered. So then rest of the parameters are which are open, then you can change whatever you want. Okay, and see, once it's saved, data was saved. Again you click the last button to change the address details, fax details, so on so on. If not required, just you directly save it. I hope everyone is cleared this. I created company and company code. Any doubts in this enterprise structure? And what is a transport request number? Did you notice this? Last number was 84. ECC K, so 9,000 So something like this. This is your transport request number for this configuration. Just to inform me if you have any doubts now. Enterprise structure. Next, we have to create one business area. Again, come back, start from SAP Easy Access. So SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting. There is an option called as define business area. So click on this define business area. Click new entries, business area MT10, and name it as business area for MT10. Then click save and make ensure is that same transport request number or not. So this the transport request number. Okay, 9086. Okay, fine. And also make ensure what is the short description which you have entered. Make ensure that is that saving in the same area or right path. So this is transport request number 86. Yes. So three things I have created: company, company code, business area. Clear? Any doubts now? Okay. Next we have. Okay. First I will take your call. If you have any doubts, you ask me. Do you have any doubts? Is that understood? Company, company code, business area. Can we able to create a internal financial statements? Can we able to create internal financial statements? If possible, you type as yes. If not possible, you type as no. Are you there, everyone? Hello. Nobody is responding. Ananya, Chaya, Zara, Arshita, Kritika, Kushi, admin.
Yes, sir, but please can you repeat the question?
So repeat. Okay, my question was, uh, can we able to prepare financial statements for internal reporting purpose?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so which area is supposed to use? Is it company code, or business area? Using which area we are going to preparing financial statements for internal purpose?
Business area?
Good, business area. But which one is using for external reporting purpose?
Company code.
Company code. So company code, maximum length, that would be 4 digits. Okay. But can we able to create multiple currencies for company code? Is it allowed for creating multiple currencies?
Maybe one local currency and uh, the other currency can be dollars.
Company has to maintain only one currency. But for company, which will have more than one currency. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that making bore, or is that interesting? How?
Today it was
I'm
interesting.
I'm today. Sorry.
Today topic was interesting, sir.
Okay, okay. Because I'm conducting very slowly. Okay, it's a matter of maximum 10 to 15 minutes of topic. Just I'm dragging and making slow and making you to understand, and I'm typing what is much required for definitions and understanding that concept like a company code and all. Sorry. So I'm going very slowly. Okay, so some people not like when I'm the pitch what I'm explaining here. Next,
Last
shall we go
classes
for next
was
one? Sorry, ma.
last two classes. I personally felt it was hard, but then today it was okay.
Because that was the two important classes. First two classes is important class. It's much theory is needed, and also when you go for any interview or conducting all the things, you're supposed to know how that SAP is going to be working, which is front end, means presentation layer, application layer, database layer. Everything is working in that same platform. Whatever I'm conducting here, everything is comes under the first two classes, whatever the topics which I've discussed. So this completely much needed. So that's why which I've conducted for the first two classes. One is as of methodology, and one is SAP landscape and functional consultant. Sorry, functional module, technical module. Okay, so those are important. Okay. Uh, the next one we'll try to discuss and we'll complete credit control area. So credit control area is an organizational entity, but it's not an unit. But when we consider when we go for business area, but it's an organizational unit. Company code is an organizational unit, but credit control area is not a organizational unit. It is an organizational entity. Why? Because which grants and monitor the credit limit for customers. If I have a customers in our company, I wanted to restrict the credit limits. As they paid, then the company is going to keep on increasing the credit limit for their own customers. So in that way, credit control area can include one or more company codes, and also you can enter the credit control area separately for each posting. Okay, whenever you post, then you can create individual credit control area if that was marked as appropriate company code. But it follows, credit control area follows the company code, and credit control areas are not linked. Okay, if not follows, you assumes that it is not linked. If that following means this is linked with the company code. So only thing that you can define the company code table is a default credit control area. This is used either for payments on account to credit these payments, or where you not enter. Okay, if I did not enter the credit control area on on the SAP system, so which is not going to be determine the company code or credit limits for the customer. So that's why credit control area is very very important. The next to this, it is an organizational unit, business area. So as I said, mainly used for monitoring the credit limits for their customer, and also credit limit area can include one or more company codes. Is that clear? I hope everything is cleared in this. The credit control area, organizational entity which grants and monitors a credit limit for customers. A credit control area can include one or more company codes. You can also enter the credit control area separately for each posting if this was marked in the appropriate company code. Suppose if it follows that company codes and credit control areas are not linked, that you have to link by assigning. You have to link this credit control area to company code. Then the only thing that you define in the company code table is the default credit control area. This is used either for payments on account to credit these payments, or where you did not enter a credit control area, or the system could not determine one. Sir, how can I create credit control area? So here I'm taking credit control area, name is MT10 only. So now come back to SAP. Start from IMG. In this IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting. Then next, the second option itself is define credit control area. Click on this, click new entries, then provide credit control area as I said MT10, that 4 digits number, then currency is INR, and do not enter as of now that update and fiscal year variant. It's completely belongs to ESD. Okay, so we are not working for this. So next we have a credit limit. In this credit limit I'm taking 1 lakh. Okay, not to enter any parameters, any fields. So you update only 3 fields. One is credit control area name, INR or currency symbol, and credit limit. Finally then you pick the save and save it. So now finally this is created. Then again you come back, then here you define it, credit control area for MT10. Save it. Data was saved. Again you come back. Any doubts? This is all about how to define enterprise structure, but still is not assigned. So that we will see in the next upcoming classes, how to assign uh, company code to company, then company code to credit control area. Okay, that assignment we will discuss in the next class. So today we discussed about how to create company, company code, business area, then credit control area. In this assignment, the 2 things we have to assign. One is company code to company, then credit control area to company code. So in that way we have to assign. Clear? Okay, you check any other option if did not understand. But how do you do practical? Okay, so we'll meet you in the next class. I hope everything is cleared, the topics wise. Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Fine. So I would believe this. No one has doubts. So now, just I'm yes, ma. Yes. Okay. So see you all. Good night. Take care.
Thank you.